Round 42 commentary. My name is Genius. I am a genius. And let's hop into it. First and foremost, shout out to the producer, Beautiful. You tripped him up with this one. Overall, I think the beat was good. As far as melodically, rhythmically, it was very unique. And beats like this, I love to feature them because I want people to know I'm not looking for one specific type of genre. I will feature any type of sound as long as I feel like it's at a level musically where people can write to it and there's not like basic mistakes. There are people who send me beats where the drums are just off, clearly off. It's off beat, or melodies are clashing, like your progressions, your chords aren't matching up, you know what I mean? As long as you ain't got basic mistakes like that, you have a chance to have your music featured. And a beat like this is prime proof because it doesn't sound like anything in mainstream. It's very left field, but as you can see from some of the songs submitted, it's something that you can clearly write a great song to if you're good at what you do. Shout out to the two-time standard, Legit. I really loved his sub. He really went in. And what I love about Legit is he definitely has his own style. Like his vocal tone, the way his words come out, like his flows that he picks, it's very legit, you know, it's very legit. And I mean that I'm saying his name, not like with a G. It's very him, that's what I'm trying to say. So I think he's carved out his own niche. And that's what every great artist should do. When I hear you, I should hear you. And I think he did a great job bringing his style onto this very unorthodox beat. And it kind of made you forget that it was such a left field beat because it still felt like legit. And that's what great artists do. You don't let the beat take control of you. You know, you vibe with the beat, but you still make it your own and you still make it feel like you. Shout out to all the artists who competed in round 42. I usually don't do this, but starting in this video I'm gonna start saying like a little bit about what I remember, maybe like in one word. Legit, of course he won, great shit. SK, the best in my opinion this round. Za, melodic as always. Sydney Banks, he's just raging against the system. J Raj, pretty good. Enem, bad. Two Man, not as bad. Taiwan Makaido, entertaining as always. Alright, so the top four for round 42, we have Legit number 1, SK number 2, Za number 3, Sydney Banks number 4. My top four would have looked like SK number 1, Legit number 2, Za number 3, Sydney Banks number 4. Would have had SK number 1 because that fucking Oyumbo, you ain't never coming now you know. That was just the dopest thing submitted this round in my opinion. I won't say hands down because it was definitely a close race, but I felt like he did the best job of meshing with the music, adjusting, like flipping the cadences. Like it was just and the concept, like the whole White Devil concept was amazing to me. I mean, I'm kind of sad it didn't win, but you can't really be mad at Legit, which is my second place artist. I actually had Legit and Za tied for second on my rubric. I do remember that. I felt like of course Legit went in. I don't have to go into too much detail because I talked about him earlier, but Za, man, Za is always getting slept on in my opinion. It's always like a few people that just don't get it or just don't hear the genius behind what this man does. I felt like his song was a perfect interlude, whatever. That was kind of weird how I said that. The way he flips his melodies and his lyrics, man, it's very crisp, very grade A songwriting. Za is probably arguably the best songwriter I've heard in the standard. On a consistent basis, this dude just drops great cadences. great melodies. He's just a great songwriter. And Sydney Banks number 4 because he's just good. He's just good, man. A lot of times Sydney gets lost in the mix for me because he'll have like a good song, but then I just feel like other people had more well thought out concepts, and I think Sydney more of a freestyle type, in the moment, say whatever's in his mind or on his heart at the moment, you know, and he's not really concerned about winning, so it comes off that way a lot. It's like, oh, laying down some more of these bars again. The song that's stuck in my head.
SK, my life
on that line, I got one lifeline.
Got the sight out of mine, I've been on my grind, moving ground for the.
Bruh, can I just say that intro was probably the dopest intro I've ever heard on a standard sub. I got one life. Like the way he fucking found the vibe on this beat. Oh my god, nobody did it like him this round. Oh, let me get to the chorus.
They scream coming now you know they devil know you moved down. They screaming know you moved,
the white devil coming now you know.
They screaming with you the white devil coming now, he coming now. I'm coming.
It's perfect. It's perfect sub, man. I didn't give him a perfect score, but he would have got a perfect score for me had it not been for that trip up on that second verse when he tried to speed his flow up, and gave him a 1-point deduction. But other than that, I felt like what he did was perfect. Who got gypped? I guess Taiwan Makaido got gypped because I had to DQ him. I don't know. I know it was some conversation about whether his vocals actually ended after the beat stopped or if it was the same time, but the beat was just really low behind it. But again, I'm going off of a judgment call when I hear the music and the vocals, and the rule is very blunt and clear now, so it's gonna be easier for me to enforce it. And basically it's your vocals cannot exceed the music, period. So if you fade the music out, you better be fading your vocals out too, so you can clearly hear that your vocals stopped. And on that song, it just clearly sounded like his vocals ended the song, and you couldn't hear any music behind it. So shout out to Taiwan. I appreciate him taking the DQ in stride. You know, he wasn't like being extra about it, so that's dope. He's coming back next round too, so definitely looking forward to that. Shout out to the sponsors of round 42: Gene U, My Business, of course, U3 Radio, M2 Photo Artistry, Infinity Powerhouse, and J Marley. See, we got 2 new sponsors this round, so shout out to those ladies. They're doing some dope stuff. I know Infinity Powerhouse is about it's like helping out with your marketing, getting you out to the world. I won't go into too much detail. I think they both do similar things though. J Marley has a blog, I know. She has a website. She posts different posts about artists, different features. So that's dope. Yeah, y'all hit them up so y'all can learn about like more about what they do, because the whole goal with sponsorships is so that businesses can get their services and products in more people's hands and on people's eyes, and people can actually see what you do and experience what you do. And that's where the value is, because if they see you do good work and you're a good person to work with, they will work with you outside of the standard. And that's what I want. That's the whole goal. To me, if you get some business outside of the standard by being a sponsor, then the sponsorship is worth it. Overall, round 42, it was aight. I mean, it was aight. We had like 1, 2, 3, 4 really good subs, 1 average sub, and then just some bad ones. But I'm excited to see the ones that placed low come back, I know one of them for sure said they're coming back. So if you can come into the Standard, get some critiques, learn something, and come back better, then I love to see that, because this is really, it's a platform that's built on like artist development, but you're getting your development through the opinions of everybody, the public, the people that you're trying to appeal to. So what better people to critique you than the people who buy music, and the people who are gonna choose to invest or not invest in what you're doing. So shout out to everybody who showed up in round 42. Thanks again to Beautiful for that very different left field beat. Thank you to everybody who didn't complain. Shout out to the people who actually liked the beat. To the people who didn't show up, maybe sign up for another round. Maybe you'll get a beat you like, but I can't make no promises. My name is Genius. I am a genius.
Days go by, weeks go by, I think to myself, it's been too long. It's been too long. Can we fast forward to the next time? It's moving so slow without you, girl.